Hi guys, if you're watching this, it's for a reason and you need to get this right now, okay? So I want you to know that it is safe for you to relax. It's safe for you to be in your play, to let go, okay? You're probably someone who has worked so hard their entire life. You're probably so used to the hustle, slaving away and working so hard every single day, but I'm here to tell you that this next chapter of life requires you to just chill, requires you to just let go and to just have fun and do the things that you did as a kid to connect to that center, to that heart place. Okay, life isn't always about hustling and working so hard all the time. And if you're someone like me, you probably think that the only way to get what you want in life is to work super hard for it and hustle and slave away and just push and force and control. But, you know, a lot of the times this just pushes the things that we want further away. We're creating resistance. When we let go, okay, and we clear the channel, we start flowing with the river, things happen a lot smoother, they happen a lot faster, okay, and they end up happening the way that is best for us, to be honest, which can sometimes look a little bit different to how we had it planned out in our heads. But us humans, we love to control and we think that things need to be a certain way for us to feel happy, for us to feel fulfilled. But it's not true. You know, if we can let go of that need for control and that need to know how things are going to happen and when things are going to happen, and just be open to the opportunities, be open to what can happen to us or happen for us, that's us opening the channel. This is us opening up for abundance, for joy, for, you know, magnetism. We become very magnetic. Whatever that dream is that you have, whatever you have your heart set on, there's a reason why you have that goal, that dream, that feeling, okay? It's your inner compass. We all have one. And this inner compass, inner guidance system is always guiding us in the right direction through the choices that we make and the feelings that we have. It's our intuitive knowing, if you will. But when we're so busy and doing and forcing, controlling, it really blocks out that feeling. We can't feel it properly. We can't hear it properly. So just taking some time to just chill the F out can help you make that voice a lot louder, if you know what I'm saying. So just trust that if you let go, if you just chill and let it come to you, then it will. You have that feeling because it's meant for you, okay? You're never going to miss anything that's meant for you. All the blessings, they're yours, sis. Trust and believe, okay? You're not going to lose it. You're not going to miss your chance just because, I don't know, you decided to take a week off. You decided to just like relax and have fun instead of prioritizing being productive or prioritizing getting money, prioritizing getting the hustle, which is what most of us humans do, right? And then by the time we know it, before we know it, we're like 60, 70 and our life has gone by because we're just so fixated on the money, on the hustle. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not trying to live like that, okay? So, and the other thing is you don't need it all figured out. I used to think that I needed everything figured out and planned and precise and just in every neat little box and instruction set and blah, blah, blah. No, girl, no, okay? Because this is very overwhelming. I had to learn to just like shut that shit down. Otherwise I was gonna have a panic attack, okay? Just focus on the next step, the next visible step. Just imagine you're like, hey, you have to cross this river, right? And it's a really fast river, and if you slip, you're gonna drown, okay? But every step forward you take, you're taking unknowingly, you're taking with this like uncertainty, but every time you do take a step, like a stone appears, right? A little step appears, and it gives you just that extra bit more room to step over so you can keep crossing your path to the other side of the river. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? I hope that gave you a good visual. Trust that inner voice, trust that gut feeling, and trust that it's there for a reason. And trust that when you make moves towards that feeling, even though you can't see it yet, even though things don't make sense, even though things seem very uncertain, just trust that somehow, some way, you're going to be presented with some kind of opportunity, some kind of support, some kind of guidance that's going to act as that next step. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just have to focus on what's next. And a part of focusing on what's next is about just letting go, you know, obviously setting the intention and doing what we can, but without stressing ourselves out about it. right? Just trusting, having faith, believing that when we're aligned with our soul's path, when we're aligned with our highest desires and the things that actually bring us fulfillment and joy, there are greater powers at play that are always going to support us and give us exactly what we need, even when it feels like things are just so hopeless, right? I want you to just believe, just have fun with it, okay? Be in that like childlike fun of like, what if anything was possible, okay? Like literally, it might seem silly, you know, might seem out of reach, but just imagine, okay? Just like have fun with it. Just imagine that anything were possible for you. What would your imagination look like? Just lean into that, okay? Even when everything seems lost. I've been unemployed for like months, okay? And I have not gotten a job because I just can't. What I'm aligning myself with now is just a whole different lifestyle. It's a whole different journey. It's a whole new life compared to what I've been living in the past. And my way of sourcing income has to be aligned with what makes me feel good, okay? What's fulfilling? Creativeness, self-expression, leadership, fun, joy, not your average 9 to 5. I've refused to get a job for so long because that stuff is just it's soul crushing. I just can't do it. And I've decided, okay, well, if that means I have to be broke for a little bit, then that's fine. I have bills to pay, I have so many things I have to pay for and provide for myself. And I've honestly, for a bit, I was stressing because I was like, how am I going to do this? But I got to a point where I had no other choice but to just like fully let go, because stressing about it was doing absolutely nothing. And it was a choice I was making, right? I was choosing not to work. And, you know, I always somehow have been provided for, have been supported. Things have somehow always worked out. You know, feeling scared, feeling uncertain, feeling anxious, feeling uncomfortable. Believe it or not, these are all amazing signs that you are on the right path, because that's what growth looks like. You know, that's why we have this thing called growing pains, or we have to go through the pain to actually grow. If you are feeling comfortable, if you are feeling like everything's fine, okay, it's not right. Something's not clicking, because you need to push yourself out of your comfort zone. And through that discomfort, you have to learn how to let go. You have to learn how to find pleasure, okay? I've been scrapbooking, I've been drawing, I've just been like, you know, flowing with life as of late. And it used to be so hard for me to do that. I used to feel like I had to be productive. Every spare minute of the day, I felt like if I wasn't using my time to, you know, put towards my future or to be productive or to hustle, then I was wasting my time. And it was so draining. So I might even have things that I need to do, but sometimes I'm like, you know what? I just want to like prioritize my body's needs right now, which is just like kicking back. And when we have those feelings, it means we can transmute them into empowerment, into strength, okay, into wisdom. And if you don't believe in yourself, I'm here to tell you that, bitch, I believe in you. Okay, I see the light in you even when you feel like you're in the dark, okay? Do you know why I see that light? Do you know why I believe in you? Because I was once in that place too, okay? And I've done a full 180. Okay, I'm standing on the other side, and now I can see everything with a lot more clarity. So I felt called to make this video today, because I just wanted to reach someone who's in the dark, who's feeling uncertain, who is afraid to start, who's afraid to take that leap, okay, who's so used to being in control, who's so used to having structure and, you know, certainty. Having that uncertainty, having a lack of all those things is not a bad thing. They teach us that it's a bad thing, but it's not, okay? We need the dark to shine our light, okay? Otherwise, we're never going to find it. So this time in life, even though it feels uncertain, even though everything is changing, everything feels really scary, I get it, but trust that it's for a purpose. Trust that it's for a reason. Every phase, every chapter in life, and every person, every experience, every opportunity, even like little messages like this, anything you find on your social media, synchronicities, signs, they are all extremely, extremely, extremely meant to be. Trust and believe. A big turning point for me was when I stopped feeling like I had to prove my worth to people. And that was why I was hustling so hard. That's why I was constantly, you know, feeling like I had to prove myself and being really harsh on myself when I did rest, feeling guilty for resting. because in my head I'd be like, no, like you could be using this time to like win, to be successful. You know, everyone needs to see how amazing you are, how successful you are. You know, you need to build, you need to keep going, you need to keep going. There's no rest. And it's exhausting living that way. Once I started to heal and I realized that no one else is going to be able to fill my cup like I can if I'm constantly trying to prove myself to people. And, you know, firstly, as well, trying to gain people's acceptance, their love, their admiration for you through material success, through money, through fame, whatever it might be, is so shallow. It's not real and it's not going to last. Okay, so that is a massive thing that I learned a while back. And, you know, as I started to progress in my healing journey, as I said, I learned I was the only one that was going to be able to fill my cup the way that I could, inner fulfillment. Okay, that is really something that you should focus on first before you go out there and start hustling. And when you do hustle, it needs to come from a place of love, of passion, of joy. Excuse me, girl. Of love, of passion, of joy. You know, what are you hustling for? What are you working so hard for? The biggest test is letting go and seeing people fall away. People that you thought would be there, people who you thought were the real ones. This is a really deep time of initiation for you, okay? This moment in time is really peeling back the layers, and it's showing you who you're meant to be, who you were always meant to be deep down. You might not believe it right now. You might not see it. You might not trust in yourself, but I'm here to tell you that I trust in you, because there's a reason why you have that feeling. There's a reason why you're feeling so drawn towards doing something, making some kind of choice, changing paths, quitting a job, okay, reaching out to someone, whatever it is. There's a reason why you feel that way. It's divinely guided, okay? We are literally the universe experiencing itself. Don't forget that. Any feeling you have, don't get logical about it now. Don't be doing that, because there are so many things in this world that just aren't logical. So don't exhaust yourself doing loops trying to make it a logical thing, because it's not. As I said, this is a time of initiation, and during this time, people, patterns, belief systems, jobs, your old way of doing things, your old way of being, your old self is really starting to fall away. Don't be scared of that. You're not losing. This is an amazing, beautiful thing, okay? You're literally the cocoon, in the cocoon phase of the caterpillar to the butterfly, okay? And this is like the most crucial phase, right? No one ever talks about the cocoon. Everyone's always obsessed with either the caterpillar or especially the butterfly, but bitch, do you know what it took the caterpillar to get to the butterfly? Do you know how he did that? Cocoon phase. Okay, that's you. This is a very sacred, very, very important time. Be selfish with your energy, okay? Nourish your body, nourish your mind, nourish your soul. Anyone who just isn't the right vibe for you, who is crossing boundaries, who just doesn't get you, isn't the right fit, they don't agree with your way of doing things, you don't need them, okay? Snip, snip. Bye-bye. Thank you. Don't be scared about being selfish of your time and your energy. Don't be worried about hurting people's feelings, because the people that are meant to be there, they're not going to be upset. They're not going to be fazed. They really care about you. They want you to be good. You know what I'm saying? And this is, again, what I mean by like a time of initiation and people falling away. The real one's still going to be there at the end. So don't worry about losing people, because if you do, they weren't meant for you, sis. They really weren't. And if you're a boy watching this, I call everyone sis, so get used to it. I see you. You got this. You're smashing this. Okay? Believe in yourself, like I do. Hope this video helped. Bye.